Welcome back, 7th grade social studies. I hope you had a really lovely, relaxing spring break, or at least had just sort of a break from your computer and got outside a little bit in that crazy snow. Hopefully everyone was safe in the snow. And now you're back and refreshed and ready to get back to work. So let's talk about what we're doing this week. First thing is a reminder to always continue into our homepage. Don't stop at your dashboard. Continue into our homepage, take a look at our fridge so you can see what's going on here. I just have a cute little welcome back message for you there now. Then continue on to modules. That's where you want to hang out the most, right? That's where all of your work is. Okay, so watching the video, then let's take a look at the pacing guide. Pacing guide for this week. For Tuesday, you're going to view the module, complete geography of ancient Rome. It's reading questions. Wednesday, Roman history. Thursday, the founding of Rome assignment. Friday, attend VC and complete your research project phase 1. And I'll explain to you exactly what that means. Monday, everything is due. So we're right back to our usual schedule. Let's take a look at the module. So the first thing that I mentioned was the geography. That's here. Just slides for you to read, just like usual, videos for you to watch. Through there, slides, and remember that you can always click this little speaker icon if you would like to have the text read to you, and then questions for you to answer here. And you have multiple attempts available. So if you don't love your first grade, go back and do it again. Okay, all right, then continuing on, the next assignment is early Roman history. We want to know about the first portion of Rome. Roman history is divided into sort of 3 major parts. There's the early history when it was a monarchy, when there were kings, and then there's the republic, and then there's the empire. So what we're learning here is the kings and into the republic. So you're learning the first half of Roman history. So read through these slides, and again, you can have them read to you and then answer the questions below. Okay, right, the next one is the founding of Rome. And this one is something I think is particularly fun. It's about the legends of founding, founding meaning like establishing or making or setting up. So the people who founded Rome, who set it up, and the story behind that. So you'll read the slides and watch this funny video that'll sort of get you in the mindset of how this all works. And thinking about what's fact and what's fiction and what's who, like, we don't know. What are the things we don't know if they're fact or fiction? And you have to decide what makes them real or not real. Okay, right, and then so you'll continue on, you'll learn about the history of Rome, read these instructions, then you'll click here to open up your own copy of this slide right here, and that's one that you can write in. Okay, so then you'll continue on here and read about Roman history. Click here for an article and here for a video. You'll continue on, answer, there we go, answer what are some fantastical / fictional elements, what are some historical / factual elements that you've learned from the stories, and fill in 5 bullet points for each one. When you're doing these, make sure not to just write something general, like that won't give me enough information. So give me a specific element from the stories that you've read. The point is that I want to see that you're reading and understanding these stories. So if you write like wolf here, I don't know what you mean by that. So what about the wolf? Be specific. Okay, all right, so those are the major assignments for this week. The next assignment, so this is your research topic. And this is a big deal because you are going to be researching something from ancient Rome that you find interesting. You have a lot of choices here. And so you're going to go into this, research something you choose, and the first step this week is not to get into the research, not to have the entire research project done. You're just choosing a topic and coming up with questions about it. So building some of your knowledge and thinking about, well, what would I ask now that I know a little bit about it? So you'll start off on this slide deck. You can watch this video for some inspiration. It's a very, very catchy song that might be stuck in your head afterward. Okay. So you'll go through these slides, read through the instructions here, watch this video with instructions on how to set all of this up, and then continue into your choices here. Okay, so it's a choice board. So you get to click here on what you're interested in. And I'm just going to talk for a moment about all the topics so that you can sort of get a taste of what they are before you start clicking into there. Aqueducts. These are the amazing structures that Romans built to bring water from the mountains up into their cities. And it was different than anyone had done before, and it meant that cities could have running fresh water. So really amazing. The baths, Romans had these great bath houses that are kind of like we would have a rec center today. So people would go and they would take a bath, yes, but it was more about socializing and exercising. And it was something that every Roman did almost every day. Okay, and they're also an engineering marvel. The way they built them and made sure the water got in and heated them is really pretty cool. Catapults. You've probably heard of a catapult. It's a military engine that throws some kind of ammunition at the enemy. And so how to make those and what they were. The Punic Wars were wars that Rome fought with Carthage. And this was the first time they fought a major power. And this was how they really gained a lot of their land. And this was how they started to be a world power. But the really cool thing about Punic Wars is that the Romans fought Hannibal, and he fought with elephants, which terrified the Romans. And he also came up with all these thinking out of the box ideas for how to wage wars. The things that Hannibal did are really crazy and amazing, and that's a cool thing to learn about. Pirates, you'll learn a really crazy pirate story about ancient Roman pirates and how they actually captured Julius Caesar and what he did about that is pretty amazing. The battlefield, if you're interested in military and what it was like to be a soldier and in the equipment that they used, that's the place for you. Mythology and religion, you'll learn about myths of ancient Rome, the gods of ancient Rome, and what the religion was in general for ancient Romans. Latin. Now this one is close to my heart, of course, because you guys might know that I'm also a Latin teacher. So if you're interested in the language Latin, you'll learn a little bit about its history and what it is, and then you'll actually learn some Latin. I'll teach you a little bit of conversational Latin, maybe we'll sing some funny songs and maybe even read a story in Latin. Okay, you do not have to know anything about Latin or any other languages before this. I'll start from zero for you and just have fun with it. Frescoes and mosaics, if you're into art, that's the place for you. This is paintings, and mosaics are the tile pictures Romans made that are really gorgeous and beautiful. Gladiators and the Colosseum. Gladiators were fighters. So the fighting shows, they were also entertainers. So people that fought in the Colosseum, which is this really amazing amphitheater where they held these battles. Chariot races, this was like ancient NASCAR, car racing. It's really fast paced, it's really dangerous, and it was also incredibly popular. So you'll learn about that. Food, Romans ate some really interesting foods. So you'll learn about the foods that they ate, and you can even try to make some if you like. One of my favorite things to teach students that they ate was fish sauce. They really, really liked fish sauce, and it's in everything. So you'll learn about how they make that fish sauce, what other things they ate. They did eat some things that weren't weird as well. Roads. Romans are really famous for roads, and this is how they built them and why they're so amazingly tough. They're still around today, and some of them are still even used. The Pantheon is a really beautiful building in Rome that's like a church. Well, now it's a church, but it was a Roman temple, and it's lasted so long and so well that now it's used as a church in Rome. Concrete. The Romans developed concrete, which might sound a little bit boring, but it's really important because they made concrete, and then it opened up all the other things that they could build, and they made such good concrete that we still have not made concrete that is as good as theirs today. The 12 tables, this is Roman law, if you're interested in laws. This was the first time they wrote down all the laws so that it would be fair for everybody. Coins, can learn about what their coins looked like, what kind of coins they had, and how they used them. And calendars. The Romans developed over a very long time the calendar, or similar to the calendar that we use today. And their dates can be very confusing and a lot of fun. And you'll learn about how they named the months and how they ended up with the calendar that is very close to the one that we have today. So have some fun with those. You just click on each of these and it takes you to some information about that topic, and then you can watch a video, look at some pictures, and learn about those. So guys, that is all for that I have for you for today. But answer the questions below, and I will see you on Friday.